Hello, Active Sage here on the Sage channel, and welcome back to more Singular Survival. Today we're going to be doing much the same as last time, as in we're going to be doing some mining as well as some base upgrading. And this time we're actually going to start it off with the base upgrading, and I have just decided that we're going to go ahead and change around this whole section right here. And to do that, we're going to simply go ahead and grab ourselves some steel plates, about 100 right there, coolio. And we're just going to go ahead and attach them right here and build them all the way up to this point. So now our whole station is actually connected to the ground via this. This allows us to go ahead and basically remove this stuff, blink, blink, and this right here, and build in anything we wish to build in right here. And I should say I have done a save as, so if everything goes completely and utterly wrong and our entire civilization is destroyed in one foul swoop, we should be alright. Yep-a-doop-a-doodle-days. Yippee doodles. Wow, my game just froze. Okay, it's back. We're back. All seems to be fine. I should say I am actually rendering out, or I say rendering, re-rendering the footage from the previous episode right now, because basically the way I record, if you don't know, is I use Shadow Play, which has a variable frame rate. But to be able to edit that in something like Adobe Premiere, which is what I use, you need a constant frame rate. So every time I'm done recording, I have to send it through a process where it, oh, my inventory's full, where it goes ahead and basically, well, re-renders it all with a stable frame rate. So that's what it's doing right now. So if any odd jitters happen to happen, well, let's just blame that. Okie dokie, what do we want to do here? Well, first and foremost, we wanted to move those thrusters down into the center point here. So let's go ahead, place those same thrusters back in right there. And do we even really want to do that? Because we are going to be using a lot of hydrogen flying about and stuff. In fact, I think what we're actually going to do is complete another change of plans real quick, is simply go ahead and put another hydrogen tank in. I've decided we're putting another hydrogen tank in right there. So HY, get our hydrogen tank, plop you in right here, and in fact we're even going to, do we want to put another one on top of that? If we do this, we might be in a spot of bother actually. Let's not do that. Do I even? Yeah, because we want to still have this open so that we can fly in through here and access this cargo container that should be somewhere in here. I've gotten myself completely turned around. I think the cargo container's up here. It is, isn't it? We should probably have another way of connecting down here just in case we need to maintenance any of this. I'm also thinking that we might go ahead and put in another hydrogen thruster right there just to give us a little tiny bit more boost. But if nothing else, now we have the connection points that we wanted here for those smaller thrusters. So let's go around and just set this all up the same. And it's been my experience that you can actually last quite a while on hydrogen thrusters, so we're just going to be placing a bunch of these hydrogen tanks in to ensure that we can last a very long time. And in fact, when you look at that, we have this little bit of metal here on this other side, which makes me think, let's go ahead and do the same down here. We could, of course, be just putting thrusters in here, but we're not going to. Let's do the same down here, except for let's change it up a tiny little bit and use something like this, I think. Do we want to use that, or do we want to use... how do we want to do this? I think we'll do it like this. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. So we'll use these pieces like so. Flip you around. There you go. And there you go. So now we get this nice sort of slant to it, but we still have an access point right there at the very bottom. In fact, we could even remove that and put a tiny little thruster in. And then right here on this side of it, we're actually going to go ahead and put just simply one of these in there. There we go. Ooh, another little tiny lag jitter. Curse that footage from, well, just a few minutes ago when I finished recording a previous episode. I apparently have gotten a little tiny bit of an energy boost since then, and my mind is cleared up because you probably were able to tell in the previous episode I was a little bit, out of it for some odd reason. It's been overcast today, which I usually love, and it might have put me in a slightly more relaxed mood than I would have, well, would usually have been in. Cool. Let's go ahead and do the same for this and also the other sides, which apparently have already all been done, which is disappointing because it means I have to rework them all, and you guys don't need to see that. There we go, that's all of them sorted now, and we can also go ahead and finish removing the last of these thrusters that we just had sticking about, and go ahead and place in the final two of these hydrogen tanks. There we go, got you there, and then we can go ahead and plop another one in right here, and that should be hydrogen tanks for all. Yes, yes indeed, good. Okie dokie, from there we're going to go ahead and place in those hydrogen thrusters right there, number 9. And we're just going to have a ton of tiny ones to maneuver the ship, basically. I know we could, in theory, be putting in a bunch of large ones, but I actually quite like the way the little tiny babby-looking ones look. They're pretty awesome, actually. And in fact, we could even put one here, I think, And if we were to look straight down, would that be in the clear? Yes, indeed it would. So there's our first of our reverse thrusters. My god, is that not going to be powerful at all? But at least it'll be interesting to see that little tiny flame shooting out somewhere, because I think it'll make a, well, a pretty beautiful sight, honestly. Cool. So let's finish putting all of these in, and we're going to, well, do we want to weld these up right away? What do we need? Metal grids are probably going to be the most limiting thing on here, because I think they take cobalt to build. Was it cobalt or platinum? I think it was cobalt, because I'm pretty sure you can get them on a planet. It's just not exactly the easiest thing in the world to get. Also, did I forget to put one of these over here? I did. There we go. Sorted that out. And one more sign, we'll have all these boxed in and ready to go. Yep, right here. Nice and quick like. That actually didn't take very long at all, did it, set all this up. Unfortunately, we still haven't welded it up. It's not like in the joint survival stuff I'm still doing with Aaron and them. They have all those easy welders on their server that just places everything for them, it feels. Hardy, or you place it and builds it up for them, I should say. Cool. So we got all of our thruster bits in. It'll all now be good to go. We can go ahead and check metal grids, 40 for each of these. Yikes, you doodle dandies. That's quite a few. So how many we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these. So once again, the wonderful calculator is coming back to us. Oh, wrong button. Calculator, come back to us. So we said 40 for each, times 7, and then times 4 sides. We need 1,120 of those fantastical metal grids. So 1,120 metal grids. How many metal grids do we have at the moment? So we got 400 there, 400 there, 1,440, right? Oh, 400 there, and we've got more than enough metal grids. We are successful. Cool. So we actually don't have to worry about that. We still need to go ahead and take the time to finish up all of this stuff in here, but we'll go ahead and just drag the welding ship in. These little tiny ones might be a little harder to get to, but for the time being, I think it'll be all right. All right. Let's go ahead and get straight to that and welding some of this stuff up, because it's been ages since anything has really gotten welded up in the sector. Now let's grab the flying sausage and get straight to that. There we go, and look how, Jesus, it makes quick work out of that, doesn't it? The only downside here is, as we've put these in, it might actually be pretty damn difficult now to get to those assembler boosters all out in the middle there, so that's a little bit unfortunate. It looks like we might end up not even being able to really reach all of that, but at the very least we will be able to automatically weld all of this stuff up, or at least almost automatically. We still have to actually fly the ship about, don't we? Little unfortunate that, but hey, we're playing this vanilla, no mods, so no nanites to help us out. And I feel like talking really quick right now. Oh, look at that, we managed to squeeze in most of the way here. Yeah, Scythe was afraid we wouldn't be able to reach all this, but if we were, yeah, great success. Unfortunately, it looks like we have run out of some components in the flying sausage. I really need to go ahead and look through the flying sausage's sorting numbers to ensure we have more stuff in its inventory than it seems to be currently handling, considering we seem to be, well, running out of materials and having to actually dock the ship back up and refuel it more frequently than I would actually like. Easy enough fix, though, because we can actually come down here, leapity-boop-boop, and connect in, and it'll fill everything back up. Let's go ahead and look at those areas really quickly. Sausage should bring us to them, yes indeed. And priority 1, cool. And how do we want to tweak this? Look, it's a notepad. This is making it so much easier, isn't it? Having this open like that one person suggested does make it fairly easy. Let's go ahead and get 800 of these, 800 of these, and I've upped the base from, instead of it being 200 of everything, up to 400 of everything. And let's actually leave it at 400 let's go up to 600 bulletproof glass. Not the biggest fan of the number 6, but it should be fine, I think. Coolio. And now that we got that set up, we should be good to go. Exit that. Actually, you know what? Cancel. I don't want to exit that. Let's up it also to 4,000 steel plates, because we burn through those pretty quickly. And construction components, let's up it to 2,400. And hopefully we'll be able to hold all of the weight of all of those materials. Yeah, let's go ahead and open and close that out. We don't need you. Control A, Control V, cool. Once again, Control A, Control V. We can go ahead and go and make sure we name these correctly. So you're 2 space, okay. And you are also going to be number 3 space, groovy, right? Like so. And then number 4 space. Oh god, put the space in. Nope, we need to go back and find it. Yep, there we are. Nice and easy like. Cool, so that should be much better. Cool. Let's also go ahead and detach, because we should have probably pulled everything in by now. And let's even go ahead and check that sausage inventories and see, yeah, it's pulled 400 of most of the things that it could get a hold of, and tried to get to the 4,000 of those. Apparently, I think if I left it another second, it might have pulled more, but oh, nope. look, our inventory's gone up to full, so I need to rejig those numbers too. We'll drop some of these things back down to lower numbers, but we're not going to do that right now. We're actually going to wait a little bit and do that, because right now we have some things to finish welding up, don't we? So let's fly this over here and see if we can actually finish welding this up. Can we? Uh-oh, looks like depth was completely off, actually. Cool. Oh, okay, my depth is still off? Nope, it looks like we didn't get the component that we needed to actually finish that off. It's unfortunate. Let's actually go ahead and park the ship really quick and just see what that component that we are missing is. What are we missing to complete these large steel tubes? Dag nabbit. Well, let's go ahead and dock, grab all those large steel tubes, because, yarp, we're going to need tons and tons of those, and carrying large steel tubes by hand is just not reasonable. And we're even going to go ahead and notepad ourselves up once more and change the code around again. And there we go, that's much more reasonable. You can see our mass, or our volume, isn't completely maxed out anymore, which is pretty damn good. Some of the things do gobble up quite a bit of volume. Exit landing. Yeah. Yeesh. In the future, we're going to need to look into this, sorting it more evenly, so we only have like one cargo grenade dedicated to these really heavy, large things, and then have some other things dedicated to, well, other things, like just iron and stuff like that. While we're in our cockpit and connected to the main base, we're going to go ahead and switch out our hydrogen bottles too, just in case anybody's curious. I do continue to switch these out 3 at a time, usually. And let's just drop these back off here. You can see that all the ice we gathered in the previous episode has pretty much actually been burnt through, which is pretty damn surprising. In fact, we have this hydrogen tank here, but we need to go to oxygen. Oh, right there's that one. Let's transfer all these in here just so we can go ahead and get these filled back up, because we are going to want to keep all these hydrogen tanks full. Yikes. And let's actually also go ahead and check our hydrogen tanks, the big ones. And let's see, 22% full, so they should, yep, all be about 22% full, except for you. You're only at 3, but you must be one of the newer ones. Cool, so basically, 4 more loads of everything that we got before, and we should be good to go. What did we say we ran out of? Those large steel tubes. I should have queued those up as well, shouldn't I have? Well, whatever, they're queued up now, and those should get working and be transferred to our vehicle. And it looks like as we've actually come to that moment in the video where we are actually going to have to switch from building into mining mode, because when you look at this, we've managed to run out of iron of all things. Luckily there is iron right over there, so we're going to go ahead and grab our mining ship. Where did you go, Murphy? There you are. And take it out for another mining trip. And this time, hopefully, it'll be more successful. For one, it is during the day, so we have higher visibility. Secondly, we're going to keep an eye on our mass. So I think our number we had said was 350, was that? Is our maximum kilogram mass, so we're going to make sure we don't go over that. Secondly, we never finished that bloody air vent on the front, did we? Dag nabbit. We got the components there, but just, we never finished actually welding it all the way up. Anyway, with that done, we won't have to worry about oxygen issues inside the cockpit anymore. Of course, that is once I actually go ahead and select said vent and set it to depressurize to pull oxygen from the outside world. Coolio. Well, let's go ahead and let's get over to this iron ore here, and we'll start mining it all up. I do wish there was an easier way to dispose of all of the what do you call this stuff? Dirt we're going to be getting. It's technically just everything's stone, which is very annoying actually. I do wish you could differentiate between organic material and dirt and stone. In fact, I wish you could have different types of stone, that way you could build blocks built out of each specific type of stone. That would be very nice if we have big stone or marble bits. As you can see though, as we're digging, it is spitting out from the sides here little bits of stone, which is pretty damn nifty. Anyway, you guys have seen me mine a million times before. I'm going to go ahead, and this time I don't even think I'm going to try any fancy fast forwarding stuff. I'm just going to go ahead and stick and control the ship and mine up as much as I can here. Green stone, eh? It turns out that I think if the stone falls down into the drills, it just picks it back up again, which is really, really unfortunate. Which means it's only really advisable to have the damn things throwing stone out when you're not over this area. Which basically means, like now, while we're flying back to base very slowly. Problem is, it throws out such a pathetically minute amount, it would take ages for us to really empty this out. Not to mention, if we're flying over our solar panels, we don't want the damn things dropping it out. So basically for that, we're going to go ahead and connector, we're going to go ahead and tell you to just shut off to prevent such issues. Yeah, oh, that was the wrong one. What the hell? Did I just tell that one to shut off? I did, like a fool. This one off. There we go. And hopefully the ejector will run out of stuff to throw out very quickly. So what I think we're actually going to do here is dock the ship up. And let's actually go ahead and dock it up near the welding craft. So down here. And then we're going to go ahead and rejig it a tiny little bit to hopefully allow it to work a little bit quicker. In fact, I think the best spot to dock it up is just above the welder, so we can go hop in the welder and fly it up and then fly it back down. Let's grab that ejector too and shut that son of a gun off. In fact, since we're going to be rejigging this, it's probably advisable for us to actually, and let's go ahead and just drop the stone that I had in my inventory. It's probably advisable for us to actually remove the ejector right here and now, and hopefully it's not going to spew out a pathetically, psychotically large amount of stone and destroy everything. Thank God. Whew, 500 something. Cool. Spits out like 100 at a time though. It's really annoying. Alrighty, let's go up and dock the ship and rejig it. Son of a bitch, no. Oh, thank God I didn't break everything under the moon. That would have been terrible. It does mean we need to replace that, but dear God, I saw that thing going down. I'm like, it's going to go through my solar panel supports. We're going to lose all the solar panels. How the hell am I ever going to pick that much ore up? I guess I can just aim the ship down. Why is there more stone here? I hate stone. Since we're rejigging everything anyway, I'm just going to remove this one. Wait. You're full of stone, aren't you? You cheatsy son of a gun. You would have destroyed everything. No, come. We'll destroy you out here. You can drop your massive, stupid ball of stone. And then we'll use your components to build up the other connector so it can actually connect. And then we'll go ahead and just rebuild you. Ah, stupid ball of stone. Into the pit you go. That's actually something we're probably going to be mining later, damn it. Alrighty, so now our main idea is let's go ahead and stick this in here. And then out the sides of it, we're going to just want 1 billion of these. And those thrusters actually only hit the middle point, so these should in theory be safe and sound. Cool. And I need more interior blades. And I also need to make sure I weld this back up before we forget why we were cutting the other one off first. There we go. So, all of those installed. Rock and roll. That should be something to behold. We have a sorter in there, so it should only be allowing the stone to even get to those. And then we'll be able to actually go here and even go ejector, select all, use Control A, ejectors. Why are these not owned by anybody? I'm the one who placed them. I'm not in creative mode. They seem to have changed that. Now we can have these set to throw out all and collect all, and they'll only be able to gather the stuff up. Cool. And for the time being, we're going to have them off. That way they hopefully don't instantly start spewing stuff out the second we turn them on. Cool. And let's also connect so we can get off all the iron that we have gathered. Deepy-dee-doo. Dink. Cool. And while it's dropping off all the iron, which should be going and refining itself up, we'll grab you, take you up, turn on our welding array, and go ahead and weld up all of those things we just placed in there. And hopefully we'll be able to reach those from below. And with any tiny bit of luck, actually be able to lag out a little bit, weld them all up. Come on, get a little closer, get a little closer, a little closer, a little closer. Do we want to just glitch out and start going through stuff like we have every other time we've ever done anything lately? That would be kind of useful right now. There we go. We're getting some success. It's very limited. As you can see, we're actually nowhere near it. I'm going to bring us down and move us forward a bit and try to angle and aim ourselves up a little bit more to hopefully get, yeah, much closer to them all. Cool. That might actually, oh, I think we're clipping through it all. And we're actually falling backwards now. And we did have a tiny little impact there. What an oddity. Oh god. You never know what exactly is going to happen, do you? It's like, is it going to actually collide? Is it going to allow us to pass through? Is it going to let us get everything done in half a millisecond? Who knows? Who bloody knows? But all I do know is, if this doesn't work, we're in trouble, because I basically bet all of our eggs on being able to weld some of those, because we won't be able to reach them otherwise. What we could do is more intelligent than angling everything like a fool, is just come at it from this way, where it looks like we have enough room to actually just get right up under there. That's much better, isn't it? There we go. Like that. Cool. Yeah. And we are clipping through the left thruster there, if you look. We're clipping through actually all of it from the looks of it now. Brilliant. Well, at least it makes it nice and easy to weld stuff up. Yeah. Let's actually go to spectator mode right here and just see quite what that looks like as it's welding everything up. Yep. That's an oddity, isn't it? It's clearly just sticking through everything. Let's do an F9 and slowly back ourselves away. Yep, that's an oddity. That's an oddity. But hey, at least it's getting it done. I guess I'm not above using an exploit or something like this to successfully weld stuff up. It's probably some sort of safeguard so you don't just tap something and instantly break. It almost makes me wish you could just bend the... Did you see how quickly our ship went down? Oh, thank God, it's alright. I was so terrified. Oh, I was terrified. It, like, pushed the front down so quickly I thought everything was just going to be destroyed. Oh, thank God. Okay, well, let's do our F6. Let's go ahead and land this thing and lock it back into place. And once that's done, we'll go ahead and switch back to our mining craft and go gather some more iron, I think. And I think that'll actually be it for today. A very simple run. I'm probably going to do some mining off screen since I think now we've upgraded our vehicles to the max and, yeah, about to the max that they need to be right now. If anything absolutely crazy happens, well, it'll probably be at the start of the next episode. Anyway, guys and gals, thank you a bunch for watching. Let's go ahead and end this episode with some lovely drops of this thing. So, hop in the cockpit, bleep, disconnect ourselves, fly forward. I think our weight is still a bit high, or our mass. Yep, we still have some iron that should have been taken out of here. Odd. Stone, we still have about 2,000 stone. So let's just go ahead and select. Let's grab group. Ejectors. Where's groups? I thought I made a group with all those ejectors. Whatever. Ejector. I guess I didn't. And turn those on. Blip. 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 Okay, I don't know why that one was... Okay, yeah, I guess that got rid of like the 2,000 that quick. Cool. And we'll put that on our hotbar. Anyway, guys, gals, thank you a bunch for watching, and I shall see you guys, gals, next time. Ta-ta.